just in case we don't get it. Thank you. Okay, ready? Yeah, just from your first bit.
Okay, so what?
Hold on. Okay, is it recording?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so my first choice was Jane Phillips. I think she's the best candidate because she has a qualified experience. She meets the basic objective of the new hire position, which is to grow the company. I believe that she relocated and she chose this company in specific because maybe she's interested in it or she believes that she can contribute a lot to it. Her drawback is that that she is a bit difficult to work with, but then again, everyone has different working techniques and maybe she's comfortable working differently. So you can't really judge how difficult it is to work with that person.
And your last pick?
One was Bill Chambers because he asked too much. He asked a much higher salary than the others, and he's not too experienced in this field as well. So,
okay. And is there any reason why you chose Bill other than say that he said high salary or something?
Yeah, also because of the resume. He was like that resume. In his resume, he wrote that he has really good luck and it turns everything to gold. But then again, you can lie in a resume as well. So.
Okay. Your take on this?
My first pick would be Scott Jameson. For a multitude of reasons. One, simply because of cost. He's from within the company. He knows the company very well, and hiring from within actually costs less than bringing someone in from outside. Aside from that, if you look at Jane Phillips, the next best candidate, I feel, and all the other candidates, they're all requiring extra needs or costs on top of not only doing the job. Like Lynn has a spouse that has cancer issues in the past, and it's not fully assured that it will come back. So time and money will be spent in that area. Tanya is inexperienced, so there's going to be time wasted on bringing her up to speed on certain issues. Mm-hmm. Bill requires a 30% increase in salary, and just all these other factors. Whereas Scott will allow for an easy transition because he is within the company, he has tenure in the company, and he'll allow for an easier transition. Not only that, I mean, the rumors are rumors. Nothing's been proven, so what's the point of bringing someone from outside when you already have the perfect candidate within the company?
Okay. But Tanya does have advanced degree in PR. Don't you think that would add to her advantage?
Unfortunately, book smarts in the real world. As a person that's gone through it myself, a degree means nothing until you get hired and you actually have some years under your belt. So just because she has a master's degree doesn't mean she's going to be the right candidate for the position right out of college.
Very nice. Your take on this?
For the candidates, I think Scott Jameson would be the best because he's worked in the company for quite a while, and that his familiarity with his coworkers already in the department of where the PR's house is vital in keeping the coworkers in a better environment where it's not as disastrous already is. Because without the head person, there's a lot of problems that could go unnoticed if new people were brought in.
Okay. And your last pick?
My last pick would be Tanya. Even though she has a lot of qualified characteristics with her that she brings to the company, she's also asking the company to help her find her husband a job within the company in the city.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not necessarily a bad thing. It just brings more baggage to what the company needs right now, with their main priority finding a person that could fulfill the spot of PR and that could be successful in doing that.
Okay, very nice. And you're on this?
I mean, my first choice is going to be Scott Jameson as well. I think one of the other advantages that was already brought up is that he does know the company, which is going to save all that new employee overhead. But also, I think when comparing him to Jane Phillips was my second candidate. Like, even though she was super well known, I think that could be a disadvantage, especially in a PR position where you can't afford to be bad with people. Like, this is about talking to people. You can't be stubborn. You can't be bullheaded. Secondly, if Jane has this reputation in the field, she's gonna come in and she's gonna try and take the wheel. She's gonna try and drive basically because she has that clout in the field. And I think that could get us away from our goals as a company.
Okay.
And I know that Mr. Jameson's like ruined sexual transgressions could be an issue, but like until there's concrete proof, I'm not gonna let that sway my decision when there's all this empirical company that is to do a really good job.
Okay,
Because
but
these guys could be set up.
but you do realize that Jane has a really good reputation, and it would go really well for the company as far as prestige and pride.
From my perspective, it's like if I'm gonna hire her, then it's almost like that show House where it's like, okay, so who's really good to be in the ass. I feel like that's how Jane would be in this situation. Sure, like we would get a good rep until she pissed off somebody because she can't keep her mouth shut during board meetings or whatever. And you can only have so many. There can only be so many cooks in the kitchen. If she's got this really, really strong personality, it could take us off course, and then all the rep and all the ability in the world doesn't mean nothing if there's no direction.
Okay.
If she's got the direction,
All right. Very nice. Review on this?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. I chose Jane Phillips as my
Your number one pick?
number one pick because she is well known in the PR field.
Okay.
And also I feel like if you hire her, she'll bring the company to national level as well. And I think from a PR perspective, I think you would want to be recognized as a national, or that's one of your goals. From regionals to nationals, you would want that.
Okay.
With PR.
And your last pick?
It is Bill Chambers, because even though he seems like he's great on paper, and say if it was true that he did have a lot of successful stories, like when he joins this company, he could have failed to provide what he says he can provide. As in, like, he did successful at this company, but he could be very unsuccessful with this PR company.
Okay. Very nice. And your take on this?
Okay, so my first pick is Jane Phillips, because I honestly don't care if she's hard to work with or whatever. As long as the company gets its top, then I don't honestly care less.
Okay.
And my last pick would be Lin Chung.
Okay.
Like I said, I get what the company's up over anything, and if he's not having experience and he's trying to get into the top story, then I'm not gonna hire him. He has no experience.
Okay. What if you have a problem with Jane? How would you handle that situation?
Fire her.